My name is Rhapsody. Welcome back to Disco Elysium. Alright. So I've also got to get the crowbar. Ooh, nice. That's the most real I've found so far. I've also got to get the key, the crowbar from Kit's, Kim's vehicle. So that I can go and open the dumpster. I still don't know where Kim's vehicle is. I kind of want to get that before I continue too far in any direction away from here. Pale driver. The small, wrinkled woman does not greet you. She nods along to something on the radio. A photograph is clutched in her hands and there's a warm smile on her face. The photo, an amber type from the turn of the century, as golden as her smile. Inland Empire. It's the warmth of a winter night's fire. Maybe she could give you comfort and shelter. Some cigarettes and food, maybe. Some cigarettes and food money, rather. Maybe she's your... grandma? Nothing. Her smile just keeps widening. Her hair is grey like lead. Excuse me, ma'am. I'd like to ask you some questions. No response. Wherever this woman is, your words fail to reach her. I would not snap my fingers in front of someone's face. That is just not a thing that I would ever do. That would be so jarring and rude. And frankly, if you're lost in the source of their memories and having a good time with it, who am I to interrupt? I'm sorry, but if the Pale Driver is the most interesting character in the entire game, I'm afraid I'm leaving him alone for now. What's up? Freet. Sick. Does it actually say sick on the sign as well? No. Okay. Now, you I've still not spoken to. That's probably the vehicle from which we get the crowbar.
I am a gander and a hunter and a gatherer. Feel like a traveler.
The man mutters to himself, accenting the beats as he goes. A simple little cadence. He seems to be making it up as he goes along. Keep listening.
From another planet. Hey there.
He finishes and turns to you. What's going on here?
It's the jam, my man.
He motions towards the sprawl of lorries in the sweeping gesture, with a sweeping gesture rather. What's the jam?
It's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates of the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, an all-around clusterfuck. Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days. Upon days.
He glances south, down the road. Limbo, huh? So that's where I am.
Yeah, exactly.
Conceptualization. It's official. He too agrees. This is the antechamber of the afterlife. So how long have you been here?
Feels near forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of mazout.
Extravagantly phrased, but I can roll with it.
Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already.
He snickers, as do I. Empathy. Behind the laugh, however, a touch of sorrow.
So tell me, what do you need?
Know anything about the dead man? The one hanging behind the hostel there? Point towards the yard. He ain't one of us drivers, I know that. All accounted for. Otherwise, I haven't really asked about that. Been wasting time right here. Keeping busy. Drama. It's easy to tell he's telling the truth. He kept his nose out of the dark stuff. Busy with what? Analyzing the fundamental structure and psychological conditions of being stranded in the midst of the sea of motor lorries and their sad, despondent chauffeurs. And your conclusion? A sense of surprise that there aren't more bodies hanging from more trees. Tell me more about this strike. It's like whatever's going on over at the docks. Workers got a blockade set up, making demands. No way in or out. What's the union demanding? Some pretty wild stuff, I hear. Like a giant new power crane and half the company. I forget what exactly. Good on them, I guess. I heard talk there's a company rep in the town too. Like a strike negotiator type. They know what's up. Precise demands and so on. Ah, yes. From the Wild Pines. He takes a note. We'll meet her soon enough, I'm sure. What do you think the company wants? They want to keep the money flowing in, my man. He makes a ka-ching sound. Rhetoric. He doesn't blame them, but he's not on their side, that's for sure. Anything else I should know? Anything else? He thinks. Yeah, this ain't really my area of expertise. I just do my job and get paid. I have things to do and places to be. All of us do. All of who? Us lorry drivers. Come on yours. A few still hang out around here waiting for this mess to end. Most have scurried off elsewhere. To get drunk, or high, or laid. He smiles awkwardly. Not that I blame him, really. Not you? Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now. Thinking, reflecting, observing. He glances down the road towards the horizon and a glint of something is in his eyes. I'm not going to ask for change. What are you hauling anyway? Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that. Authority. Time to arrest him. Oh no! Authority! I know Authority's voice now. I'm gonna try and end up having voices for the skills as well, by the way. This is gonna get increasingly complex. But I know the Authority's voice is going to be, Armstrong the Strong Arm Bender from Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Time to arrest him! You're under arrest. Rhetoric. Relax. He's merely joking. Wicked! I've always wanted a friend in the underworld. No, I'm joking, my man. He grins. Found runs a nice, clean business. This haul of cargo is mostly sporting goods. You know, tracksuits and that kind of thing. They usually get shipped to Grodd in the Occident. Though we've been there making headway in the Ilmaran market lately. Could I get one of those found tracksuits you're hauling? We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. The bosses wouldn't be happy. That's your machine behind you? This rockin' beauty? He points toward the lorry with his thumb. Sure is. Like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery? Encyclopedia. A motor lorry, also described a camion on Caillou and the neighboring islands. Also called, rather, a camion on Caillou and the neighboring islands. This one looks roughed up enough to be some sort of FALN rust bucket. Maybe the A6? That's a found A6. That's a found A6 you've got there? Sorry, my character is my voice. This is gonna become smoother, I promise. The coffee just needs to kick in. G'day, my man. Yep, she's an old one, but reliable. She gives the side of a lorry a friendly knock. Me and her have spent a long time together. Empathy. There it is again. A little touch of sadness beneath his cool. He thinks he's spent too long in this lorry. I'm not going to ask the illegal question. Right, I had another question. The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm. Empathy. Formidable. What do you see in his eyes? I need to do that. Dang it. Empathy. Ease into it. Don't go too far. This seems like a personal matter. Man, you look sad. What's going on with you? Hey, Tommy, spill the beans. What's troubling you? My man, I want to know about your soul! I'm going with that final one. Cool. We all want to know about each other, know each other's woes and all, but people, man, they have such slippery souls. Empathy. Just like that, he slips out of your reach. It's possible the yelling didn't help. Yeah, probably didn't, but I thought it was a really funny option, and it's actually not extremely different to what I might do if I thought I was well ingratiated with someone and a little drunk. Don't be a stranger. He gives you a salute with 2 fingers. Thought complete. Inexplicable feminist agenda. Excellent. Can't wait to read the solution for this. There's something you need to see, sir. We found the remnants of an ancient artifact lodged in your hypothalamus. It's a cylindrical object, piss-weathered and smelling of liquor. The paint is peeling off, but you can clearly make out the letters Revolutionary Feminist Agenda on the hull. It appears that some time ago, before you became a joke, you were an actual feminist. Somehow you've come to that conclusion. Perhaps you can work your way back. +1 to empathy could evolve into RFA, And -1 to electrochemistry, would have to quit drugs to get there. I'm okay with that. Hell yes. Now I just need to get my hobo cop down. Nothing I actually get to explore over this side. It seemed like this is going to be a niche little area that had a little bit of something hiding for us. Again, I've got to break myself out of the typical RPG conventions that I'm keeping in mind this entire time. They won't serve me well. Alright, let's go to the car. Kupri Kanema. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Kanema. Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in blue and white livery, bearing the number 57. Vapor emanates from the large engine on the back of the vehicle. It hasn't had time to cool off yet. Logic. This must be the infernal machine that tore you from oblivion. The Kupri Kinema motor carriage. Open the door. In the cabin, you're welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, and a pull-out toolbox under the seat, as well as the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge. I'm going to pull out the pull-out toolbox. A metallic drawer slides out from under the seat and nearly clicks into place. The tools are neatly organized. Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools, like some men are. Empathy. He's clearly a little protective of his tools, but what can you do? Work is work. Take the red-tipped pry bar, the rubber-handled chain cutters, the hand-cranked flashlight, or... I'm going to go with the red-tipped pry bar first. I kind of want all of the rest of them, though. The pry bar feels nice and cold in your hands. Heavier than you'd think. Interfacing. Useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids. I'm going to take the chain cutters as well. The handles are long and sleek. Snap, snap, go the cutters in your hand. I'm going to push in the toolbox. I'm not going to take the light until I need to take the light. The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. Preheater gauge casts a warm glow on the steering levers and the radio on its hook. I'm going to pick up the radio as well. The frequency tableau lights up and the green button labeled Prime Line glows like a feline eye. And then you hear something. The soft purr of electrical kittens. Radio waves cast far and wide over the metropolis. A woman's voice greets you through the static.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you?
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st Precinct here. I'm putting him on. I'm gonna go with the straight up one. Hi, Alice. This is the officer from the 41st Precinct speaking. Nice to meet you.
This is Officer Elise Dimitri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
I was told I need to connect to my station, the 41st Lazarus.
It'll just take one moment, officer.
Her voice fades out into the familiar radio static. You hear a man clearing his throat briskly, and then an answer. Gottlieb, what you want? Perception, hearing. He's clearly chewing on a piece of hard candy. I was told to call the Lazarus. People are worried about me. Oh, the man is unpleasantly surprised. It's you. Yeah, I'm not good at that voice. Hang on. No, it's you. There we go. Suggestion. Was that a snarl or a suppressed groan? No love for you here. I've lost my memory. All of it. With all the damage you've been dealing to yourself with drugs and alcohol, I'm not surprised. Authority. There's no surprise in his voice. Only careless superiority. You're not surprised. Okay. Anything else? What else? I'm not a brain doctor. Look at the bright side. You have a whole life now. A whole new life. Use it wisely. Drama. It's hard to say if he doesn't believe you. Or doesn't care. Isn't there anything you can do for me? What? You want me to tell you, do blood work for you again? Tell you just how bad things really are across the board? You want another rundown of everything collapsing inside your body? Yeah, I want the truth. You want the real, honest-to-God truth? Stop drinking, eat magnesium and vitamin D. Our station is not a retirement home. We don't have the funds to deal with rock stars past their prime. And no, I don't want to hear political commentary on the topic. In fact, I've got work to do. Some idiot has glued his eyelids shut with the cyanacrylate. He looks like Mac Torson.
It's not fucking cryoactylate. It's super glue, Doc.
I guess that's for now. Hang up. The phone clicks. Suddenly you hear the already familiar voice.
Anything else I can help you with today, officer?
I need you to connect me to a civilian, Sylvie. She may have reported a murder. No, I'm done with that right now. I'm done with the radio for now.
57, over and out.
Her voice disappears into the void. I'm gonna leave. I don't need to do anything else there. I've accomplished all of my tasks. Again, I'm trying to remember to embrace not exhausting every option if it's not necessary for me. An ancient fountain. It doesn't pump water anymore. There's a tree in it. Pile of clothes. Inside there are clothes. Cheap, secondhand clothes, smelling of a stranger's body odors.
Don't be shy. These are premium class clothes. Good quality fabrics, best retro design. Save the economy with your style, officer.
Rhetoric. Save the economy? That sounds off. Save the economy? What are you talking about? Haven't you heard, officer? We've got to be economically conscious. Recycle your cash, keep it in circulation. Don't buy new things. Buy eco. I dig it. That doesn't make sense. What exactly, why exactly does the economy need saving? I'll try to be more economically conscious. Oh, it's economically. Sorry, for some reason I saw that word and I was like, that's environmentally. Recycle your cash, keep it in circulation. Okay, never mind. I'm not into it anymore. That doesn't make sense. Why does the economy need saving? Look around, officer. You see all these premium goods just sitting here and not getting bought? We gotta keep the flow of goods moving. It's really the economy. Is this really the economy we want to leave to our children? You're right. We've got to save mother economy. It's just nature. Powerful economies expand. Weak economies go extinct. This economy is just a distraction from cultural issues. You know, immigrants and... yeah, you can make a pretty awful character given some of the options you get given. But I don't have children. Well, see, the thing is, I don't know if the first one is sarcastic. That would be my sarcastic kind of answer in this circumstance. But instead, I'll say, but I don't have children, I think. Should I say that? No. Look at it. No, I'm gonna go with the sarcastic one. You gotta save the mother economy. That's the spirit, man. We all gotta do our part. Your part is to open the box and buy some clothes. I'm gonna browse through them. You find your hands deep in tattered and faded garments made from weird polyester blends that make your body itch and sweat in all the wrong places. Economical, but also trendy, the street vendor shouts. Look firsthand, buy secondhand. Keep the economy moving. Find something worth salvaging out of the racks. Yeah, let's try that on the composure. Fail. No good. All you can come up with is some treated wool pants. You can tell they're too tight around your thighs and too loose around your waist. Touch them. They itch. Like hell. Like an itch pit. In hell. All natural materials, see? The vendor interrupts, guiding your hand over the fabric. Real wool, 100% skin friendly, and they're yours for only $2 real. I want to buy those itchy pants. Nah, I'm out. I don't want any itchy pants. A box of sunglasses. There's a pile of cheap sunglasses in a small box, in a variety of shapes and
You
colors.
like sunglasses, officer? I've got the latest styles right here.
The vendor takes a pair of sunglasses and sticks them under your nose. I'm gonna try the shades on. Abort! These are hideous! What's more, they don't even fit your face. You can feel them pinching your nose and chafing against your brow. Damn, officer! You look like a officer, officer? Yeah, this is non-rotic. Damn, officer! You look like a secret mega super spy. Very secret. The man nods eagerly. They're practically made for you. I'll let you have them for $2.50. No. The lieutenant gently removes the glasses from your face, setting you free again. You're definitely not buying those. You're right, I'm too sensible for those. Are you sure? They look good on you. The street vendor frowns. You should think this through, officer. I'm gonna rummage through the box. These are all boring. Boring third-rate ho-hum sunglasses made from cheap ceramic plastic. The kind of plastic that melts in the sun. Drama. Those UV stickers were almost certainly just there for show. If anything, these lenses probably direct more UV light into your pupils. A UV magnifier. Why is that a drama result? These are all first-rate sunglasses, the man declares. Premium design, superb material, very cool UV resistant. These will definitely keep your eyes safe and cool while doing your dangerous police work. Conceptualization formidable. Try some. Maybe you can find some interesting sunglasses in the box. Oh, again, let's go. Gosh dang it, I fail so often. No luck. All you can find is this lime-colored cellophane visor, produced by a bargain sportswear brand called Amphibian, apparently. There's a malformed green frog on its bent cap. Oh, that visor is perfect for you, officer. It'll definitely keep the sun out of your eyes while you're shooting criminals. The street vendor makes a real bang-bang sound. All for a mere $6. Turn to the lieutenant. Kim, firefight something we should be prepared for? I hope not, he says, looking up from his browsing. You don't like it? Sure, Square Jaw, no problem. Let's get you some real shades. Well, I need to come back when I have better skills for those kinds of things. Let's have a look at what's in here. Found sneakers on a pedestal of speakers. You see two lowly, defeated speakers. Thralls, slaves, basically. Perched atop them like conquerors surveying the land. A pair of Farm Durable Wear sneakers. Ultra Series.
I can see you have a taste for luxury, officer. Can't keep your eyes off those sneakers?
Says the shopkeeper. Sneakers? Sneaker? Yeah, it's non-erotic. Okay. Inspect the sneakers or the speakers. I'm gonna inspect these sneakers. A pair of Farm Ultras. The design is impossibly sleek and simple. A futuristic silhouette with a sleek monochrome colorway, a jet black upper, and a silver-lined midsole. Those sneakers, mister. The street vendor intones. Those sneakers are the latest found sneakers. Super rare, super fine, super cool. Only 50 real. Only? That's madness. Inspect the speakers. These once respectable speakers have been conquered, reduced to a mere prop by the indomitable Farm Ultras atop them. No, don't look at the speakers, officer. Look at the sneakers. The man points to the footwork. The sneakers are the star here. But I already looked at the sneakers. Then look at them again. These are premium lifestyle sneakers, officer. Best on the market. Can I just buy the sad, conquered Samaran speakers? No, officer. These aren't for sale. They're bad speakers. Lo-fi socialist junk. But that's why I want them. I think I might be lo-fi socialist junk myself. The first line in this game that's 1,000%. Well, okay, there have been a fair few, but that's the hardcore. Yes, very me. That's why I want them. I think I might be lo-fi socialist junk myself. No, officer, you're a high-class policeman who accepts nothing less than the best. Lucky for you, I got the best on sale. Wait, what if I do deserve more than a lo-fi socialist sound system? You don't know what I am. I don't even know it myself. I want the speakers. What? Well, if you want them... He pauses for a moment, calculating. But, see, they're a pedestal for my sneakers. If I let go of the speakers, where will the sneakers go? I can't leave premium lifestyle sneakers on the ground. On the other hand, if you wanted to buy the sneakers too, I could maybe throw in the speakers for a little extra, 50 cents. Logic, damn, so you have to buy the sneakers first. Lo-fi socialist junk. Ugh. New Twitter bio? A helpline to the company that controls the drawbridge. Ooh, hot air rises up from the sewer. Sour, acidic, and strangely comforting. Let's get... Yeah, that held in my hands. Should I have both my hands occupied? Is there any reason not to? Let's look at the pry bar. The red-tipped pry bar has Carson T heavy duty engraved just below the handle. It's satisfyingly heavy, and perhaps one of the most useful tools to carry around. Chain cutters. The meanest looking pair of cutters you've ever seen. Made in Gottwald by Walsham Werkzeug. No chain, wire, nor barbed fence will ever stand in your way again. They look hungry, ready to chew steel. Right, I'm gonna drop that and see, can I pull up the manhole or anything? No. That's a big old NO on that one. Fine. Ooh. Might actually be able to open this though. Or I can just get them straight up. Fingerless gloves. I don't believe I'm currently wearing gloves. No, I am. Right, yeah, the interfacing ones. Bye-bye bugs. But these are electrochemistry. Cigarette-stained fingertips. Gasoline-stained fingerless gloves in navy blue. They've been worn threadbare, but being made of wool still provides some warmth and comfort. My good gosh, this area is a lot larger and there's so many things to interact with. So the primary play pattern of this game, as far as I understand, is conversational. So the fact that I've only spoken to a few characters ignores the fact that those characters have had a lot more to say than typically an RPG character, especially side characters, will. Physical, legendary. Oh my god! I guess I'm going back in to try and get the actual way to open that, because the pry bar is not going to work for us there. Ooh, although the pry bar might be exactly what I need for these. Oh. Oh, so I can't actually pull off the... Interesting. So I guess I'm going to have to increase my statistics somehow to do that? I thought holding this was going to increase my, like, interfacing statistic or something like that, but I guess not. Alright. Hello, Mr. Whirling in Rags. I need clothes for winter. Please use main entrance. Ah, right. I keep forgetting that I don't just need to look for the interactables. Normally, I have to hold tab in order to see the full set of interactables. Sure. Garter, I have questions for you.
Can I help you?
Is the trash container out back yours? Mine? No, it belongs to the Whirling in Rags. Thank you for clearing that up. Why do you keep the container locked? Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out, that's why. And the neighbors, too. They put their trash there and they don't pay for the garbage company. I thought as much. And are you the only party with access to the trash container? Well, yes. Us and the garbage disposal company. Rhetoric. It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you. No, it doesn't. Nothing stirs in me, and it isn't callous. It's common sense. I mean, that is common sense. It's common sense. Okay, then. Maybe you're callous yourself. What if I told you I am a hobo? Or soon to be one, rummaging through that trash? Will you keep me out too? Yes. But I need those leftovers to survive. Good call, so would I. Teach a man to fish. I'm gonna say, but I need those leftovers to survive. Sorry. Sir, I'm sorry the RCM is having financial trouble, but it's not this establishment's problems. We need those keys. What do you need them for? It concerns the case. The lieutenant's voice is harsh and sudden. Please cooperate. He takes the keys from under the counter and hands them to you. Just bring them back when you're done, please. I need a drink. Can you pour me one? Do I have a shaker in my hand? Is this? He points to his empty hand. Is this a shaker? Empathy. He sounds irritated. Visual calculus. And it's not a shaker. It's nothing. He's holding nothing. You sound irritated. Why? All I want is a drink. Am I wearing a little bow tie? Am I wearing a bow tie and doing this? He shakes the imaginary shaker furiously. Am I smiling? Do you see me smiling, shaking my little shaker? No? Do you know why? Why? Because I'm not a bartender! I'm a cafeteria manager. Is there anything else you wanted? Rhetoric. Play it calm. This man needs to understand you need a drink to help the community deal with all this police stuff. I'm an alcohol-operated detective. If you want me to clean up the dead body and solve the case, then you need to insert alcohol into my mouth. Oh. Well, in that case, let me pour you a nice, big, refreshing Marinella. Do you want that out of a glass or a pineapple? Glass. Don't be an imbecile. I'm not going to serve you a Marinella. I've work to do and broken things to fix. If that was all, I'd like to return to it. I need a drink. I'm going to go through the same stuff again. You sound irritated. Same stuff again. I feel like you've given me a hint previously, but it isn't connecting. Because I'm not a bartender. I'm a cafeteria manager. Is there anything else you wanted? You don't understand the seriousness of this situation. I'm an alcoholic. I need my fix. Even more reason for me not to serve you, sir. Was there anything else you needed? Other than alcohol? I've seen something here at the Whirling Guts. I think I need to talk about. He rolls his eyes. What thing? I saw a sign in the mess hall is reserved for the Union. Yes, not the whole damn Union, thank God. Just the nastiest and loudest faction. He tosses his head into disdain. They come here in the evenings. Dumb, unruly types. Think they're big shit. But they're good customers. They place big orders and they always pay on time. Authority. He hates the Union, but grudgingly recognizes its power over him. So he's directing his frustration at you instead, Elrix. Retaliate! It's a shame you've got to suck up to the Union to stay afloat, or let it go, you're above gratuitous baiting. I'm gonna go with that one. Let it go. The lieutenant gives you a meaningful nod. We should find out who this loud faction is, occupying the booth. Loudness needs talkative, and we need info. How do we find them? We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. He looks towards the booth. Men are hungry, even striking men. If not today, they'll be here tomorrow. There are these things called days. You sleep in between them. He's saying they'll come after you've slept. Just making clear that you've got that. Something else I wanted to talk about. What? Says Gart. Reaction speed. By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the whirling later. Cheers. Will do. By the way, I'm going to sing karaoke here. Absolutely out of the question. Volition. You wait and see, cafeteria manager. Inland Empire. Absolutely in the question. First, we need to find a sad banger, and then we sing this place the shit. Okay, that's probably like the most fantastical voice that I have in my repertoire. It's kind of like Ed Wynn, kind of like, oh, it's the Candy King from everything, you know, that kind of, or the Chills Ghost from Adventure Time, huh? That kind of thing. It's probably a little too fantastical, maybe for conceptualization stuff, maybe not for Inland Empire. Drama. Your body is ready, sire. I'm gonna leave. I already got what I need. Let's bounce and actually see what's inside that dumpster. Okay, dumpster time. I'm assuming I don't have to collect the keys. Keys are probably like a quest item, so I'm not gonna have to put in my hand or anything like that, right? Open the padlock with the key. With a well-oiled crack, the lock pops open, rather. It should now be possible to simply raise the lid. Don't. Maybe you shouldn't. Interfacing. Maybe you shouldn't. Of course you should. It's your time to sign, homo cop. Dive into the dumpster for that extra content. Did I just have a premonition that something's in there? There is. But you won't like it. Sweat forms on your brow. Your hand is still on the lid. Open the lid. The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste. We're just in time. The lieutenant peers in. This haven't been emptied for over a week. Dig in, Hobocop style, for extra content. Trash container. Wow, an Armistice caliber 50 mock cannon, half wrapped in paper tissue. So shiny. What's a knock cannon? It's a giant rifle and it's very expensive. Not as expensive as that fat string of pearls snaking along the rotten banana peels, however. And is that a cordon electrics preamp with Electra F2 tubes? It is! That catches quite the price. We're talking 12,000 easy. Unless you're into hi-fi yourself. I'll sell it. No, you won't, because none of those things are real. They're not actually in here. All you see is food waste and crisp wrappings. A cruel jest. There must be something. All you see is a broken mug with a racist depiction of the Yellow Man frolicking in saffron. An antique? Only in its social sensibility. Take the mug, I guess. Don't really know what I'm going to do with it. The man briefly glances at the mug, then returns his sight to the trash. Look under the boxes of carton. You see milk, an egg rest with one broken egg in it, some pasta wrapper. Picking up the soggy packages somehow feels familiar. A box falls into pieces in your hand. Batiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below and turbo noodles. Nothing of note though. Pick at the rags. Among the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye. A pair of denim trousers? Grab them. As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage, a rank corpse smell fills the air. The victim's clothes. The lieutenant smells them. Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay. The lieutenant produces a black plastic bag marked evidence from his pocket. Drop them in here, officer. Bag the trousers. Kim quickly searches the jeans. Guitar-marked blue jeans. Pockets empty. Or emptied. He wore them with a belt too. A wide belt. The loops appear stretched, but he looks into the container. The belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there? I have another bag here. Something slimy catches your eye. Reach for it, or nope. Reach for it. A drab long-sleeve shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping with pus. Bag the shirt. This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario. He nods to himself. Anything more? Perception. Sight. The rest of these rags are just kitchen variety waste. Just garbage. That's all, I think. Alright. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who puts the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard, or that one. He nods towards the red-haired boy behind him. I'd advise against confronting that force. You think someone from the Whirling might have been involved, maybe? Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash, and the lid was locked, and this establishment had the key. It's a small loose thread. Yeah, we need to ask the kids who put them here. Oh, wait, one. Oh, fuck's he on about, kids? The one behind the fence yells, sorry. You hear that, Kudo? He thinks you're an infant or something. See? Okay, proceed. Lieutenant nods and looks back into the trash container. I'm going to search the food waste. There's just organic waste, cold and slimy on your hands. Apple and potato peels mostly, unidentified sludge, and the occasional chicken bone thrown in good measure. But, hey. Inland Empire. Nothing. It's nothing. Nothing more to see here. Trash container. What's this? What? A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny. Looks like the corner of something. Pick it out. Damaged ledger. Something larger. A clipboard. A blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it. They look badly damaged, but you can still make out forms and notes written in a man's handwriting. Officer, is that your paperwork? I don't know what this is. It is my paperwork. It is. Look. He points towards the clipboard. The plastic has given the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form in there. A miserable looking slip of paper sticks to the board. If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash? Must have been cramping my style. It has a foreboding quality to it. Maybe I needed to lose it for the great bloodletting to begin. I think I didn't want to be a cop anymore, so I threw it away. I'm gonna go with that. Well, he doesn't know what to say. Empathy. His eyes express a rare condolence. Then, he picks it up. Lucky we found it. You should take stock of what remains, just to be sure some has not made it into the hands of the RCM's adversaries. Organized crime and the like. There might have been police secrets in your notes. I'm going to say nothing. It would also not hurt to start taking notes on the case. Anyway, where were we? The lieutenant peers into the trash container where soggy cartons and rags stink uninvitingly. Some items, such as the ledger you found, are interactable. Go to your inventory and interact to read the paperwork. Excellent. Let's close the lid. The container closes with a muffled gong. That's one thing off the list. The lieutenant sounds relieved. I think we got it all. Perfect. And then I'm going to interact with my new Oh, hang on. I have two of them. Yellow Man mug. This broken-eared mug somehow appears to have made its way into the whirling in rags dumpster. It depicts a person of Samaran descent frolicking in a field of saffron flowers, buck-toothed and grinning feeble-mindedly. It seems to be a cheap knockoff of some colonial-era antique. It's just a racist mug. What's there to read here? Not much. There's quite a lot to read here, actually. Look at all that content. Oh boy, here we go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed-away mug that you dug out of the garbage? This mug is a prime example of prejudice. I'm going to use it as an example of what not to do. I'm going to push this into the face of every merchant I find and tell them, this is your inane ideology. The mug will be useful. By denouncing it, I can earn political capital to mask my badass hustling, i.e. fraud and embezzlement. The mug didn't belong in the trash. It's just a funny mug. Can't anyone laugh anymore? Oh, I feel dirty reading that one out. I'm going to go with the first one. It's a prime example of prejudice. But it was in the trash. Why not just call it out when you see it? Or do some volunteering work. Just finish your case, detective. Got called out by the item in the game. God damn it. All right. It's the ledger you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of yellow and white papers hanging together from a plastic board barely held together by a metal clip. This sad display is made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner. Anything else? There's a piece of toilet paper, or is it cleaning tissue? No, it's toilet paper. Desperately stinging to the back of the blue plastic clipboard. It's a metaphor. For you. Below the pathetic's terror, do not look into its blue heart. I am going to inspect the toilet paper. It's just toilet paper, sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard. You can take it off if you want. Maybe it's kitchen tissue? They look exactly the same. If you want it to be kitchen tissue, it can be kitchen tissue. It's not, though. Perception, smell. It's toilet paper. Take it off. 5 experience for doing that. Still wet. The toilet paper, I mean, kitchen tissue, sorry, peels off the plastic easily. All you have to do is shake it with your finger and voila. The ledger now looks marginally better. Inspect the clip. An aluminium block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth are the only thing keeping the papers together. A regular pencil, the tip worn down to nothing, has been attached to the clip. I'm going to run my fingers across the aluminium. The surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular, sparkling with iridescence. You don't know how you didn't notice it before. Logic. It's similar to the RCM watermark on your blazer the lieutenant mentioned. Didn't he say something about the headlights of his motor carriage? That you can read these there? Lieutenant, is this one of the hologram watermarks you mentioned? He points to the sticker. What? He's lost in his own notes. It takes a moment for him to see it. Yes, a halogen watermark used in the adding of information to RCM property. Interesting. What kind of information? It depends. Aside from an anti-counterfeiting stamp, mine was my station number and address. The information varies by date of issue. Logic. Maybe yours will have how many cases you've solved. Esprit de corps. How many years you've been on the force, he's thinking. It'll have that. How can I read it? Any capable light with the wavelength will do. You mentioned the headlights of your kinema? Yes. There's a pause. RCM vehicles have headlights tuned especially to reveal halogen watermarks. Interfacing. This means you can read the watermarks if you just turn the lights on. That's all, thank you. Okay, he returns to his neatly kept notes. While a bunch of sodden papers sag from the clipboard in your hand, it's a sorry sight. I'm going to put the ledger away for a moment, because it's time to end the episode. For the moment, my name is Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Disco Elysium. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves. There's a playlist in the description down below with all of my content in this game, past, present, and future. Be civil in the comments, I'm just going to say. Not that people have not been civil so far, but there are topics that are going to come up that not everyone is necessarily going to agree with. And that not necessarily everyone is always going to agree with my position on. Specifically calling myself lo-fi socialist junk feels like that kind of thing. So just be civil, y'all. Just be cool. We're having a fun time. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time. For the record, though, I'm further left than socialist.